Did you see that? You won't have seen that Channel 4 thing last night on the telly.
What was it about?
They were like going around the country and asking people what they thought about Brexit again, and it turned out 58% people want to stay now. And it was obviously in little pockets, different people thought different things, but it was more or less 60% wanting to remain and 40% wanting to leave now. They've sort of changed their minds. But there was quite a big argument. They had Nigel Farage on there and a couple of Tories and stuff like that, and a Labour guy who said, let's leave. Just
I've not changed my mind.
No, I didn't know. You said.
I mean, they used all about laws. They tell us what fish we can catch and how much we can catch.
Well, fish is only 0.05% of our
yeah, but all
industry.
these 0.5s all mount up.
Oh, they do. They do.
Tell us what we can do and what we can't do.
They don't actually.
They do.
No, the fish thing is interesting because it is an emotional issue. Yeah. People feel that the fish are important, and they are.
They are. It's a big
But
industry.
someone has to make a law about them, otherwise we just fish the buggers out the ocean and there's none left.
Well, you say that. We're pretty good on that. It's them that they catch everything that big. The French will eat fish that big.
Will they?
Yes.
How do you know?
I've been over there. I've seen I've been in their markets.
Yeah.
Right? Their fish markets.
So it's like the Chinese, they'll eat anything then?
Anything. Any size. I've seen turbot that big. Little baby turbots. They will eat anything. The French love their fish and they will eat anything. And the Spanish, they eat anything.
See, that's the thing. We don't actually like fish, do we?
We're not. It used to be. We still
we like fish and chips. That's about it.
Cod chip. No, there's a lot of good fish restaurants. You know, I mean, say Rich Stein's restaurant down there is mainly fish, and he's doing loads of fish.
Yeah, but the average Brit doesn't like fish.
Not a big fish eater.
No, the Spanish take all our shellfish.
The Spanish will eat any size.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, again, that's the point about regulation. That if we regulated,
Yeah, but the trouble is it's being regulated, but by them.
well, someone has to do it though. Surely someone has to do it. Otherwise, there'd be no fish left.
We would have up been.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're coming out.
I don't think we can come out just because of fish.
Well, it's not just the fish. It's loads of things.
Mm.
Immigration.
And the immigration is a red herring. Sorry to bring back fish again.
Mate. How many bloody Poles over in Eastern Europeans? 5 million? Who knows?
No, it's not that many.
God, who knows?
No, we do know. The Office of National Statistics do know.
There's people who've been bloody smuggled in here for 50, 100.
No, because they actually know the answer to that
Well,
question.
why don't they come out with it? Because they won't tell us.
You can look it up. You can look it up.
Figures can make anything happen.
Well, but you're just doing that thing of fighting facts with feelings, as James O'Brien says. I'm offering you some statistics and numbers, and you're going, no, there's millions of them. I do remember you saying that Trump was a good thing because the small man can become the president.
We can't do that in this country.
No, you can't. No, and I think that's a good thing because you have to prove that you're able to do the job. There are obviously some problems with that because you end up becoming part of the system.
All we get in this country is professional politicians.
Oh, I do agree with that.
They get from university.
Yeah.
How many politicians we have from Eton? How many?
Oh, absolutely. No,
13.
The class system in this country produces those politicians.
Yeah, 13. And
they go and study media studies and PPE. So that is a problem.
Take acting lessons so they can be good in front of the thing.
That's right, yeah.
He's a businessman.
The alternative, in other words, Trump, is not any better, is the difficulty.
Well, he's a businessman.
No, he runs a shit hotel.
Well, he runs a shit thing, whatever, but he's a businessman.
But he's failed millions of times.
I'll tell you what.
Do you want him running the country?
Hey, he brought North Korea to the bloody knees.
He hasn't done nothing.
Hey,
he had a meeting with them.
Yeah, and they stopped their bloody tests. They stopped their
No,
bloody
they haven't.
rockets.
They haven't.
We know everything he's doing.
They smiled. They smiled a lot.
He turned around to Iran and said, "Yo, Iran's been building."
No, we did go through that before because the trouble is you can't. They don't come. These immigrants don't come with a stamp on the head saying economic immigrant. I just want the money.
No.
Or I'm fleeing from being killed. They don't come with a stamp on the head, and there is the difficulty.
No, that's what it is.
So, but if they did, you could sort them. But somehow our government, our HMRC don't manage to sort them, do they?
this is a problem, and it's so massive the problem.
But it is our problem. It's not the EU that do that.
Well, the EU's welcome in. Look at Germany. Oh, come in. Then they come and then they got trouble. And it's been going on for over there.
The vast majority of gun crime
Hey,
in
that's
America is actually white people.
Hey, yeah, but all this stabbing in London is just gangs. There's 300 gangs in
Yeah,
London.
so it's gangs. It's not down to ethnic this or that.
Gangs.
It's gangs.
Prison everywhere.
And I think that bad behaviour is distributed quite equally amongst the whole world.
We need to be. You've got to treat them like children. Zero tolerance.
Yeah, but would that apply to people in Sheerness as well?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Zero tolerance.
Yeah.
You with me? Call the lad to beat you up, right? And put them in a nasty nick for 2 years.
You can't lock everyone up though, it
We
seems.
will. You soon stop it, right? It's like at school.
So you're absolutely right here.
You had the cane at school, right?
So did
If
I.
you didn't have the cane, like now,
It didn't make me
the teachers,
better.
they go,
I had the cane
They
once.
turn around to the teachers and say, fuck off.
I had the cane once,
Well, you
and it
sometimes-
didn't improve me. But I
never went back?
understand.
You never went back for a second portion.
I didn't have the calls to go back
No,
actually.
but what I'm saying is, the only way it works, they're like children.
No, it's not the only way. It's a way. I understand what you're
The only way.
saying.
Only way.
I understand what you're
If
saying.
everyone was caught
However,
with a knife, you don't drink right. They're tough. You've seen it on the television.
yeah, but they have more crime.
Yeah, but that's how they handle it.
No, but
I'll tell you what,
let's just stop there a moment.
Let's just stop.
Let's
We've
stop.
had more
Let's
murders
stop
in
there.
Lo- We've had more murders in London in the last.
No,
6
you haven't.
months.
You've had about 14.
Yeah, that's more.
If you
than
look at the
New York.
statistics of
That's
American
probably more in
crime,
New York.
if you look at
And
the
they've got guns.
if you look at the statistics of gun murders, I think one of the South American countries is highest, but America is next on the list.
Where would we be if we had guns?
Wait a minute. Wait a
Where
minute.
would we be if
Wait a
we had
minute.
guns?
Can I finish the point?
There's no point. There's
Can
no
I finish?
Point. We're talking about knives.
Can I
against
finish
guns.
this?
How many knives?
Should I finish?
Go on then.
America is actually nearly the top of the list for crime, violent crime, and they do lock people up. So your argument about bang them up and that will stop them doing it doesn't actually
3
work.
strikes in.
No, but it doesn't work, does
They've
it?
got millions of people there.
No, they haven't. They've got 250 million people. It's about 6 times as many as us.
Yeah.
Spread over an enormous continent.
Yeah, but then they're not in every inch of the ground like we
No,
are here.
but you're making
I can't
excuses.
drive half a mile without seeing the roof.
The plain fact of the matter is they have more gun crime,
We
and
haven't got gun crime here. What would
and
we
they-
have if we had guns in this country? What do you reckon it'd be?
no, let's stay with the subject. You said that America was a model of dealing with problems.
Yes.
So they lock them up, they bang them up. It's a
They
hard
kill 'em.
regime,
They-
Alcatraz, and all of that.
Well, Alcatraz is not there anymore.
I know, but the
they-
sort of general
but they've got the
idea.
death penalty in
So
some states.
let me
You
come
with
to
me?
that. I'm with you. So let me come to that. So they bang them up. It's really hard labour, and they've still got more people killing people than they have in this country.
Why?
So why is the question? That's my
Because he's got
question.
bloody guns. How many road rages in this country would we have had if a bloke was there and he had a gun alongside him and he went, you just cut me up? What about you? You got beat up in the station. Suppose you had a gun on you. You'd have blown them all away.
Well, I'm not allowed to.
No, why not? You're allowed to have a gun.
I don't want a gun. Do you think we should have guns?
No. Well, I'll tell you what, after your beating, you'll be thinking about twice about carrying one.
No, I won't.
You would if you were allowed to.
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
I think like Ghandi, that an eye for an eye makes the world blind.
Well, I don't think that's a lot of bollocks.
Well, but you said that the American system was hard,
Yes.
but in fact they have more crime, and
Well,
I don't
well,
understand. I just don't understand how that
Yeah, but what's
works.
the percentage against us?
Well, very high if you look it up.
Well, Christ, you can't get worse than what it is in London at the
No,
moment.
you can. It's 14 people. American crime. If you really,
And 5 last week.
if you Google it, that's a blip. I'm sorry about the 5
remember,
people,
this
but
is
it's a
with-
blip.
Hey, remember, this is with knives.
Yes, I
If we had
know.
Guns, I reckon it'd be twice as many.
Yeah, but we
10 times
are importing American culture.
Yeah, but we haven't got the guns.
Not yet.
No.
Point.
But I'll tell you what, mate. What happened to you the other day?
But I don't feel.
Hey, listen.
I don't feel I need to take a gun out
Listen,
because of
that
that.
wouldn't have happened 30 years ago.
It may not have
No,
done.
you got caught. The police wouldn't
I
have said
think that what I would agree with you is there has been a general degradation of standards
Yes.
in this country.
Yeah.
That
And
has
some
been.
of it has been the bloody human rights crap.
No, I think that's parenting.
No, I'm on about where.
I used to be a school governor.
Yeah, but look
And
what-
you look outside the gate and the parents don't read to their children, they don't take any interest to
Discipline has
them.
gone in the house without a doubt, but also this business.
The parents are not reading the Human Rights Act,
What
thinking
about
what
when
they can
you-
do.
what about when you get one of these Muslims, right, ranting and raving about what they should do to all the soldiers and British and everything like that.
But I don't think that parents with dysfunctional children look at the Human Rights Act from Europe and think that's allowing our kids to be
I'm not on
bastards.
about children's human rights. I'm on about bloody terrorist human rights.
No, but you're
What about these
you're
ones
sort
that
of
have been-
saying that the kids are dysfunctional
I'm not saying the kids are
because of the
dysfunctional.
EU.
No, I'm not saying that.
And
You're
I
twisting the
don't
words.
really see
I
it.
said the Human Rights Act, right?
Mm.
What about these ones that have been fighting for ISA? They're allowed back in the country human rights.
Well, that again is a problem.
They shouldn't be allowed back in.
No,
the country.
I agree.
Go over there.
The question
Well,
is,
there you are.
the
But
question
human
is,
rights
the
that
question
they
is,
can
where
come.
do they get sent?
When
Is
they
there,
come back here, they go back home. Bloody
is
home.
there an island you can send
No,
them
just
to?
stay where you are.
We do try to extradite them.
Very rare,
The law is an arse.
without a doubt. And the human rights has been really abused,
No, I think that you can argue that.
very much abused. And where did it come from? EU.
No, I don't agree with that because I think that dysfunctional behaviour is distributed widely.
Hey.
I go down to Sheerness High Street and find dysfunctional people. Particularly, I go to Chatham High Street where I live
They're just
today,
everywhere.
and I find lots of dysfunctional people. They're not from Romania or the EU.
No.
They are from Chatham.
Yeah, and the same here.
Hmm.
Same everywhere.
So it isn't immigrants that
When I
are
was a kid,
the only
when I was
evil.
playing in I was playing in the road with my mates,
Yeah.
and a copper walked up the road and went, oh, it's a policeman coming. We ain't done nothing naughty, we ain't done nothing, but that uniform.
Ah, yes.
No respect for the uniform. It's gone. Same with prison officers. They took the cap off them, they should put the cap back on them.
Do you think you can turn back the clock and
Yes.
see?
Yes.
I think that uniform and its disrespect goes to a much wider problem.
Of course, religion has gone.
Yes, it has.
I
Yeah.
mean, say,
Are you religious?
no,
Ah, well, there we are. So you're right about it's gone.
gone. But,
I am.
Spain, France, still very Catholic, right? Family orientated. So
But that's a cultural thing. It's not a religious
Well,
thing.
it is religion because they go to the church. So it's religion.
Well, that's a place to commune, like the pub.
No, they don't go there to have a chat. They go there to pray and. They
Yeah, but
believe in
it
God.
provides
They believe in
it
God.
provides a space where they
They
get
say-
together.
Any man over 40 that believes in God is deluding himself. And who said that?
So you were saying that religion has gone, but you don't believe in God.
No, of course not.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't believe in God. Of course.
Well, I do. I believe in a spiritual thing. I don't believe in the brands. I think they're a bit shit.
But I'm saying, man-made God. Hey, what about them poor Jews that prayed?
Yeah.
Pray is is useless. That went to the gas chambers.
Hmm.
What about the children that get murdered? If I see someone in there,
So you're very angry about that, I can see.
yes, because there is no such thing. And if there was a child there being assaulted by his dad or something, I'd step in.
You sound like you're religious, though,
No,
because
not
you're saying,
religious.
well, shouldn't someone come down and sort this out?
They should have done, but they don't. 'Cause
But
there's
God,
nothing there
but
to
God
sort-
is
Hey,
not intervening, is he? He's a bit like the EU. He sort of says, these are the standards I would like to have, but I'm not going to go and force them on
there's a
you.
great book out by Luke.
Do you know I run a self-employed business?
What's that?
I'm a self-employed person.
Doing what?
I do business consultancy and I go around the world speaking for a living. And if I have 10 clients and I lose if I lose one of them, hello again.
Evening.
If I lose one client out of 10, I'm very disappointed.
Well, it's 1%, isn't it?
It is, no, 10.
You lose 10 out of one.
One out of 10. If I lose one out of my 10 clients, I'm very disappointed, but it won't kill me.
Nah, there you go, mate.
If the EU lose one out of their 28 clients, they're very disappointed, but it won't kill them. and we are worth more than one. We're worth maybe 4 or 5.
We're
so
worth about 20 of them because
no, we're not.
half of them
It's
ain't
about
even-
proportionally about
half
5.
of them ain't even got any tarmac on their roads.
Well, tarmac is not a
I'm talking
it's
about
not a
standard.
symbol of progress.
Oh, I thought
Tarmac.
it would be.
They had it in Ireland years ago.
Yeah, but I thought it would be.
No, but I don't think you can say that my life was, you know, characterised by having tarmac on my lawn.
It might not be characterised.
Hello again. You're the only Remainer in the village.
We are.
And I'm
You're
still
right, mate.
here, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
We're somehow we drifted onto this
I hope
subject.
you come
We do.
here in a year's
I
time.
come here all the
Yeah,
time.
in a year's time when we've been out of it.
We're not going out.
We're not.
If you watched Channel 4 last night, you'll realise it's all a shitstorm now.
Well, what do you mean? You ain't going to get another vote.
I don't necessarily want another vote. I want Parliament to do the job I paid my taxes for, which is to make decisions in the best interest of the country.
Well, we had a vote.
I think that, well, we had one in 1975, so this is a second attempt.
Yeah, but the first one was just trade. This
Yeah,
is
the
different.
mission creep, I do understand
This
why you're
is
angry
being-
about that.
This is being governed by Europe now.
I don't think that's a bad thing. If I have to change my Hoover, I'm not too troubled by that.
Well,
If
see,
I
that's
get
another
70
thing.
years
What-
of peace for
what
37
about-
pence.
There's going to be no wars in Europe.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
No wars. Of course it is.
Well,
no
there we are
wars
then.
in Europe. Is that
And
the-
it costs you 37 pence, which is half a Twix.
Yeah, it's quite a
Not even half, actually.
Well,
A
if it's
third.
that, hey, they won't miss our money then, will they?
No, they ultimately they won't, because following my analogy of I've got 10 clients, I lose one, I'm pissed off, but I have to find another one to make up. You do need to make reform. I have never said in this conversation the EU is perfect. I have a year and a half ago I coined the phrase we seek a better Britain in a united, reformed Europe.
But they won't do it.
I think they have been moving
They
very
loads of
steadily.
time.
Well, they've been moving very steadily
I'll tell you what,
on economic reform, on migration, and a few other things. We have actually moved. We have moved those subjects up the charts.
might move them,
All
but nothing's been
organisations
done.
have a list of things to do, and some of them are bubbling under, and some of them are at the top of the list. We have successfully, by being awkward,
Why did we stay out?
moved those
Why
things
did we
up
stay
the
out the
charts
Euro?
because we could.
Why did we though?
Because we could.
Yeah, so could they. Every country could have.
They chose not to.
Why did we choose not to?
20 miles between us and them. I don't know.
No, why?
Sovereignty,
It was a bad idea.
the Queen.
No, it was a bad idea.
You wanted to be in the Euro.
Eh?
You wanted to be in the Euro.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was a nightmare. Same interest rate for
So
all of
we
them.
had our cake and eat it too, there, didn't we? Do you think
They
so?
couldn't do nothing about it.
No. Well, of course they didn't do anything about it.
So
They said that's
Look
fine.
at that, the City of London. They were-
And Schengen,
Hey,
we
listen,
stayed out of that as well,
hey,
didn't we?
They were going to close the City of London down. They've done a deal with them. City of London stays exactly as it does.
No. If you look up
Yeah.
the detail, it's not quite
Yeah.
as you say, sir.
Believe you me, nothing's going to change on that.
No. If you look up the detail, you'll find it has. I know a lot of people in the city. They're moving out in droves.
Oh, I don't think so.
They are. I'm telling you.
Hey,
I have facts. You have an impression, and I'm telling you that I'm
that guy
right.
from Hong Kong.